What's up, y'all? Keep it moving. All right. When things are good, prepare for the storm. So, when you're dating a lady and things are going well, they're going really well. Everything's going great. And then all of a sudden you get blindsided and you're like, what the hell happened? Everything was going so good. What did I do? What happened? Right? What It was so good a minute ago. What happened? Well, women can't allow things to go well very long. Dudes that have experience with a good amount of women all know this stuff unconsciously. It's acknowledged, and that's why guys proceed the way they do, because they learned this stuff along the way. They were conditioned this way. Women can't allow a good thing to go on too long. So you better prepare. You better get ready, because the storm's coming. She's gonna fuck it up. She has to. She has to. It's just how they operate. It's what they do. Women would rather have chaos than boredom. Now, every woman on the planet is gonna lie, they actually don't. They're not lying because they believe what they say, but they're gonna say, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. I'm not like that. Which every woman believes. They're not like everything. Anything you say to a woman about women, they always say, well, I'm not like that. Women hate it. They cannot stand it if you can decipher them, if you can figure them out. Women hate that shit. Because what that does is invalidating, and it makes them seem basic, or like you can figure them out. They're not that unique. You know, they're not that complicated. They're easy to figure out. And so, which they all are. A girl works at McDonald's or the Queen of England, they both do the same things. They both have the same strategy. They both respond to the same things. So, understanding this, you need to proceed a certain way. So when things are going good, just get ready, man. You should be prepared. You know it's coming, but getting mad about it will do you no good. The best thing you can do is adapt. So you got to adapt to this stuff. They will test you to the day you die. There's never going to be a finish line. We're under this arrogant assumption that someday everything's going to be fine. And that's the same with life in general. A lot of people think that, or they believe that, because the way we're conditioned, the movies and everything else. Oh, if I just get to this point, everything's going to be great. The struggle is endless. It's just you have to thrive in that struggle. It's going to take time. No matter what the situation is, there's going to be problems that spring up. Always. So you could have the girl of your dreams. That's not going to end. Like, my mother still tests my father to this day. I still see it. If it was up to us as guys, y'all know this, if you could just freeze time in a certain area, you would. Women don't do that. They don't want that. They always push. And I have a good example of this. There was a girl I was seeing years back, and years ago now. She was an exotic dancer, actually, and we were living together, and she would travel down south, work and stuff, come back, and I'm a musician, so I was doing that. She'd come back, and she wanted my undivided attention because she was just gone working. Obviously, I can't do that. I can't give her that. So she's gonna cause problems, tantrums, and all that type of shit. You know, and granted, I wasn't giving her enough attention, but I'm in my early 20s trying to build a career, you know, but to them, that doesn't mean anything. The trick is that if I would have given in, she would have lost interest anyway. It's just that I'm unwavered from my path, so of course she wants to be along for the ride. So I remember we were having a lot of problems, and she was getting abusive because I wasn't setting boundaries, because she kept testing, and I was giving in because I was tired. And that's my problem now too. A lot of times I want to give in because I'm tired, but I don't. Because the testing will never end. It's never going to stop. They're always going to test. They're always going to push. And they're always going to cause problems intentionally and make it your fault. It's just what they do. So, I remember there were times I'm like, look, you do this again, you cause one more problem, one more fucking crazy tantrum where she's attacking me or whatever, I'm done, and then I'd go back on my word and whatever. And just in terms, she's chipping away at my self-respect, and she's respecting me less now because I'm not following through with what I say. And women really, really hate an indecisive dude. So if you're not following through with what you say, especially setting boundaries with respect, that's a big thing, man. If you allow her to disrespect you, you're dead in the water. And they're always going to test that. They're always going to test your manhood no matter what. But I remember talking about splitting, and I remember her saying something to me, and it still sticks in my head. And we're talking 15 years later. I'm like, look, we need to move out of here anyway. I'll get a place. You can afford your own place, or you can move back with your pops and live there. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. We're not gonna live in different places. That's like going backwards. And I'm like, no, it's not. We're dating. We're not married. And even if we were, it doesn't matter. There's no rules. But to her, that's going backwards. Because it's less. To her, it's less. Because that's the way women see it. They want more of your shit. Whatever you have, they want more of it and more of it and more of it, and they're always going to push. They want more. It's endless. It's endless. It always will be. So if you do something nice for them, what does that do? It sets the standard that now you always have to do that nice thing for them. Because you did a nice thing before. You made the mistake of being sweet and being nice. Now it's expected. Because that's how they act. That's how they that's just how they operate. So they see it as like you have to consistently top yourself all the time. So, and then if you don't, then you're a bad boyfriend. You know, how many times have you guys been called a bad boyfriend? You're a shitty boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. If you're called a shitty boyfriend, you're doing something right. You need to give women something to complain about. They'll never leave you if they have something to complain about. It's when you're doing everything right that you're fucked. You're fucked. They will never, ever stay with a guy like that. They'll be gone, man. They'll be gone. You know, I have a cat that he's a mentor of mine. I've looked up to him for years, and I've known him since I was like 23 or 4 or something like that, or 25. And he's been giving me advice since then. And he's a womanizer his whole life, and he just got married in his 50s. And since I knew him, he was always juggling multiple women, and he got tired of it, which, honestly, man, I'm tired of it now, too. You get tired. Just get tired. But things that he told me are still ringing true to this day. Game recognizes game. Like, it's things come up still that he told me from years ago, and they'll just pop in my head and go, oh my God, he told me about this. He warned me about this. I remember him saying this. So it's widely known by dudes that have experience with a good amount of girls. The guys that don't have a lot of women in their life or haven't been with enough women don't know this stuff. They actually believe that lie that all women are different and all women are unique and they're all angels and it's a different situation every time and blah, blah, blah. It never is. It never is, ever. Ever. And that's just women wanting to seem unique. You know, the number one thing women hate the most is when you compare them to other girls. Every woman thinks she's not like other girls. Every girl thinks other girls are sluts. And every girl thinks she can't be figured out. So, the best way you can handle this type of stuff, they're gonna just throw turbulence your way when it's going well. The best thing you can do is be prepared for it and be calm and respond in kind. If they throw something at you, my response, I'm pretty cutthroat at this point. I have no patience left because these girls have worn me out over the years. So a lot of times the best thing you can do is just show them the door and go, oh, you don't like it? Well, you know where the door is. You know, and what I'll do is a lot of the time, because in a way it's a form of abuse, and I tell them, like, I will not be abused, especially by someone that claims to care about me. There's no way. I'm not going to allow it. My self-respect is more important than anyone on this planet is to me, so no way. So when they do that and they test you and they cause problems, dude, don't try to figure it out. Don't talk it out. Don't ask them. That's another thing women hate, is when you keep going, well, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? No, you don't do that. You can ask them once, and then if they don't tell you, cool, moving on. I don't got time to pull you apart to figure you out like a damn Rubik's Cube, because, you know, they think they're that unique. Don't even try. It just pisses them off anyway. You know, and then that stuff that we've all heard, like, well, he should just know. He should just know. No, you fucking shouldn't. That's manipulative and it's abusive. No, you shouldn't. So don't get mad about it. Don't bother. That's how you handle that. You don't bother. The only control they have is in the fear that you have in them leaving, don't do that. Don't fear it. This person is not your keeper. They're not your boss. They don't make the rules. You know, we hear these things like, you need to work on a relationship. We need to work on our relationship. You've heard people say that, and when I say people, I mean women, because guys don't say that dumb shit. Because what that means is you need to work on you, because I dictate everything, you're the one with the problem, and you need to change. That's what that always means. Same with the old adage, oh, well, there's ups and downs. It's a lot of work in a relationship. Yeah, she causes a lot of problems. She's gonna cause a bunch of bullshit, yeah. For the most part, as guys, we want silence and we want peace. When you come home from work, the way I equate it, and I use the metaphor as a tall, cold beer, that's what I want my girl to be like. She's like a tall, cold beer. I walk in the door and it's just such a relief to have it. Like, oh, man, what a sight for sore eyes. I get to sit down and enjoy this tall, cold beer after a long, stressful day. Rather than you walking in and you have a whole new set of problems and more work. Because that's what this stuff comes down to, is work. One of my best friends in the world is a girl. And she always laughs at me because she's just like, if it's any work at all, you're out. And it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm just tired. Like, I don't want to put the effort in. I don't have the patience anymore. It's because I've been worn out over the years. I just don't. If she's going to cause me any problems, I won't even argue. I'll just be like, okay, cool. I mean, you can go. I just don't have the energy to even talk about this. There's this. Clipping my toenails is more important than listening to this fake ass fight you made up in your head. It's not worth it. But that's the test, and that's the turbulence they're going to cause. They cannot let a good thing go on for too long. They gotta mess it up, man. Women would rather have chaos than boredom. They're gonna cause problems. It's endless. There's no finish line. It's always gonna be there, and it's always gonna happen. Get used to it, boys. It's how you handle it is the way you can maintain things with them. And I think that's where we are right now as men, is what do we want? Do we want to maintain it? Do we want to continue doing this little dance? Or do we want to just be with multiple women throughout the years? Anyway, boys, keep your head up. There's a way to handle every problem in every situation. So, keep it moving.